This shit still boggles my mind. If a girl wants a guy who's older, it's a preference. If a guy wants a girl who's younger, it's creepy and
Okay, let your lesbian auntie explain something to you. As somebody who was a product of a situation like this, as somebody I assume who wasn't, it's not really your opinion to speak on the matter, is it? My biological mom was like nearly 15 years older than my dad or more. Ask me how old she is, I don't care about the old hat, she abandoned me when I was 3 months old. Now take it, the woman who raised me, I love her. The woman I call mom, she was about 15 years old younger than my dad. Now I know what some people are saying. Wow, that's an age gap. Yes, it is. It was borderline creepy if you think it is creepy if you think of it. But if you don't know the history behind it, shut your mouth. Now they met when my dad moved back to his hometown after my mom abandoned us. My dad already had a child, my older sister who's about 7 years older than me, and me. My stepmom also had already had a child from a previous marriage. You see, why it's often looked at as creepy and immature and borderline just pedophilic. It's because 9 times out of 10, these men go looking for younger girls for control. That's why they want girls with less experience. Less experience you have with the world, less experience you have with the men, the easier you are to control. The easier you are to believe that the situation you are in is how it's meant to be, it's beneficial, and it's for your best. Manipulation, that's the key. That's the goal. But my mom and my dad, when they met, they already had a lot of life experience in between them. She was, in the most case, my dad always said, way mature than even him. Had a child. She had already been in a marriage. She knew how the life goes. She had a job. Now, because my dad actually worked out of town and she worked within, he asked her to babysit me. And I guess you can tell where the story went. I mean, he was raising a child on his own, a newborn infant. I was still supposed to be breastfed. I was born premature. I spent months in the hospital after being born, and my mom abandoned me on top of it. He needed the help, and she was willing to give it to him. He never pursued her, never asked to be in a relationship. It was strictly just a neighbor helping out a neighbor. And of course, he paid her for her services, like whatever I needed, he paid her for. If she used any of her baby stuff, he paid her for it, and it was that. We came into this relationship standing on equal ground, and that never changed. But you know what did? Having your 2 kids grow up with each other, having them laugh and treat each other like brother and sister, going on the beach and swimming with them. Caribbean families love spending Sundays together, cooking with each other, and that was their thing. One thing led to another, and they ended up in a relationship. It was not forced, there was no ulterior motives. It was gradual and natural. Yeah, the age difference was a thing, but there was never any sort of power control and shift in the dynamic. They always were true to each other and with each other. Women mature faster than boys. It's only natural that you are more gravitate towards people of your same mentality or maturity. That sucks for the men that are complaining because that same woman won't put up with their bull. These men see control. That's why they find any way to degrade women. To lessen her worth